Iran's supreme religious leader Ayatollah Al-Khamenei killed in joint attacks by United States and Israel. Iran declares 40 days of state mourning and 7 days of public holidays. Iran forms three-member interim council consisting President and Chief Justice to carry out duties. IRGC pledges to avenge Khamenei's killing. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman keeping updates on condition of Bangladeshi expatriates in Iran and other Middle Eastern countries amid ongoing war in the region. Bangladesh embassies advise expatriates in Qatar, Kuwait, Iran and Bahrain to stay in safe places. Bangladesh not to face fuel crisis due to war situation in Middle East, says Prime Minister's Foreign Affairs Advisor Dr. Humayun Kabir. Government takes extremely tough stance against terrorists and extortionists, says Home Minister Salahuddin Ahmed. March, the month of great independence begins. The month will be observed with various programs. Prime Minister directs to keep 1 lakh volunteers ready in Dhaka to tackle any possible earthquake, says Disaster Management and Relief Minister Asadul Habib Dulu. City Corporation election to be held after Ramadan, Parliament to decide whether party symbols could be used or not in local government elections, says Election Commissioner Abdul Rahman Al Masood. And in Delhi, South Africa beat Zimbabwe by 5 wickets in Super 8 match of T20 World Cup. Assalamu alaikum, welcoming you all news at 10. This is Nazneen Khalik Zubair. Those were the headlines, now move on to the details. Starting with international news, an Iranian state media has confirmed the killing of Supreme Leader Ayatollah Al-Khamenei in the US and Israel's ongoing attacks on the country. The killings mark one of the most significant blows to Iran leadership since the 1979 Islamic Revolution. Iranian state media said Khamenei's daughter, son-in-law and grandson were also killed along with top security officials. Meanwhile, Iran has begun 40 days of mourning after Supreme Leader Ayatollah Al-Khamenei was killed. In a statement, Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian condemned the killing as a great crime. He also declared 7 days of public holidays in addition to the 40-day mourning period. People were seen pouring into the streets of the capital following the news of Khamenei's killing. Footage aired by Iranian state media showed supporters mourning at the shrine of Imam Reza in Mashhad, with several people seen crying and collapsing in grief. Meanwhile, the official Iran news agency reported that a 3-person council consisting of the country's president, the chief of the judiciary and one of the jurists of the Guardian Council will temporarily assume all leadership duties in the country. The body will temporarily oversee the country until a new supreme leader is elected. Meanwhile, protests over Al-Khamenei's killing have broken out in different parts of the world, including Iraq, Pakistan, Morocco and Indian-administered Kashmir. Pro-Iranian protesters gathered outside the Green Zone in the neighboring Iraqi capital Baghdad, where the US embassy is located. Iraq also declared 3 days of public mourning following the killing of Iran's supreme leader. There was also a protest in the Pakistani city of Karachi near a US consulate following Khamenei's killing. At least 9 people were killed and several others were injured as security forces opened fire to scatter hundreds of pro-Iranian protesters trying to storm the US consulate early on Sunday morning. Large protests also broke out in other parts of the Pakistan. Protesters set fire to a United Nations office building in Pakistan northern city of Sakardu in the Shia-majority Gilgit-Baltistan region known for its Himalayan peaks popular with tourists. In the central city of Lahore, hundreds of protesters gathered outside the US consulate, but there were no reports of violence. Meanwhile, after US and Israeli strikes, Iran has decided to close the Strait of Hormuz, banning all vessels from passing through. This crucial maritime channel is a lifeline for global oil markets. Oil tankers carry crude from Iraq, the UAE, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Bahrain and Qatar through this narrow passage. About 15 to 20% of the world's oil, condensates and petroleum products and over 30% of liquefied natural gas flow through it. Experts warn that a full closure of the Hormuz Strait could send oil prices soaring to $250 per barrel, up from the current $80 range. Meanwhile, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps IRGC pledged revenge and said it had launched strikes on 27 bases hosting US troops in the region, as well as Israeli military facilities in the Tel Aviv. Explosions have continued to be reported in Qatar and the United Arab Emirates, while security alerts are in place in several countries across the region. US President Donald Trump, in a social media post on Sunday, warned Iran that it would be hit with a force that has never been seen before. It related. Iran's retaliatory attacks since Saturday have targeted Israel and US assets across multiple Middle East countries, including Qatar, the UAE, Kuwait, Bahrain, Jordan, Saudi Arabia and Iraq. More explosions were heard for a second day on Sunday across the Gulf states, raising fears of a wider conflict in a region long seen as a haven of peace and security in an otherwise turbulent Middle East. Several countries across the region have shut their airspace amid the exchange of attacks. Meanwhile, Iranian state media reported on Saturday that at least 201 people have been killed in the joint US-Israeli attacks across 24 provinces, citing the Red Crescent. In southern Iran, at least 148 people were killed and 95 wounded in a strike on an elementary girls' school in Minab on Saturday, with the toll continuing to rise, according to state media. Regarding this issue of Iran, Prime Minister Tariq Rahman has taken updates on the condition of Bangladeshi expatriates in Iran and other Middle Eastern countries amid the ongoing war in the region. The Premier inquired about the Bangladeshi nationals in the Middle East when Foreign Minister Dr. Khalilur Rahman met him at the Secretariat this morning. Prime Minister's advisor on Foreign Affairs Humayun Kabir was also present at the meeting. Various issues were discussed at the meeting, particularly in light of the cancellation of many Middle East-bound flights due to the ongoing situation. Prime Minister's Additional Press Secretary Atikur Rahman Rumon said that the Prime Minister is closely monitoring how the stranded passenger at Hazrat Shahjalal International Airport is being looked after. Following the Prime Minister's directives, the Civil Aviation and Tourism Minister and the State Minister are working on the matter. Besides, he said, Expatriates Welfare and Overseas Employment Minister Ariful Haq Chaudhry has also been engaged full-time in addressing the situation. Earlier, Disaster Management and Relief Minister Asadul Habib Tulu met the Prime Minister. No national news. Prime Minister Foreign Affairs Advisor Dr. Humayun Kabir has said that Bangladesh will not face any fuel crisis due to the ongoing war situation in the Middle East. Speaking to the media after a meeting between the Prime Minister, the Foreign Minister and the Energy Minister, Humayun Kabir said that discussions were held regarding ensuring the safety and assistance of expatriates. He also said that Bangladesh remains proactive in ensuring the security of its expatriate citizens. Flights between Bangladesh and several Middle Eastern destinations have partially resumed today after widespread cancellations triggered by security concerns in the Gulf region following US and Israel's ongoing attacks on Iran. The airline have started announcing revised schedules and limited operations from Dhaka and Chattogram. Biman Bangladesh Airlines has rescheduled 2 flights that were cancelled earlier amid disruptions in the Middle East. Meanwhile, US Bangla Airlines has resumed flight operations to Riyadh, Jeddah and Muscat from today as per schedule. In a separate release, the airline requested passengers to arrive at the airport at least 4 hours before departure and collect boarding passes from US Bangla check-in counters. A delegation of Public Service Commission, PSC, led by its chairman Professor Dr. Mobashir Monem, submitted the Commission's annual report 2025 to President Mohammad Shahbuddin at Bangabhavan this noon. During the meeting, the PSC chairman informed the President about various aspects of the reports and the overall activities of the PSC. The President underscored the need for the implementation of the roadmap 1 BCS 1 year that the PSC has formulated to complete the BCS examination process within 1 year. The PSC Secretary and Secretaries of the President Office were present at that time. All the top terrorists and extortionists in the country will be brought under the law very soon. Home Minister Salahuddin Ahmed has said that action will begin soon, although he has not revealed the plan on how to bring them under. The minister said this while talking to reporters at the Secretariat today. The 133 ordinances issued during the interim government will be presented in the first session of the National Assembly. The Home Minister also said that the National Parliament will decide what to do about them later. In response to journalist questions, the Home Minister said that an ordinance has been issued to provide protection to those who led the July student uprising. The July Charter also made a collective decision on this matter. The government is on that policy. Home Minister Salahuddin Ahmed has said Bangladesh does not want to see any killing at the borders. The Indian side said they are also sincere about the matter, he added. The minister made the remarks while Indian High Commissioner to Bangladesh Pranay Verma paid a courtesy call on him at his office in Dhaka today. Stressing constant engagement of two border security forces BGB and BSF in this connection, he said that many outstanding matters can be solved through discussions. During the meeting, he said they have discussed several bilateral issues that included trade and businesses, people-to-people connection and border security. Salahuddin, also a standing committee member of the Bangladeshi Nationalist Party, said that they want relations with neighboring India on the basis of mutual respect and dignity. Bangladesh want a bilateral relation based on mutual respect and dignity, he added. Pakistani High Commissioner to Bangladesh Imran Haider on Sunday called on Home Minister Salahuddin Ahmed at the Bangladesh Secretariat, where the two sides discussed expanding security and law enforcement cooperation. According to officials, the meeting focused on implementation of safe city initiatives, collaboration on database registration systems, and a proposed memorandum of understanding on counter-terrorism efforts. Both sides also explored avenues for cooperation between police academies. The discussion further covered prisoner exchange mechanisms, prospects for collaboration in the drone sector, and the evolving regional security situation. Other bilateral issues of mutual interest between Pakistan and Bangladesh were also reviewed. The meeting was held in a cordial atmosphere, reaffirming both countries' interest in strengthening practical cooperation in public safety and institutional capacity building. The streets had been tense since the beginning of March 1971 at the outset of the Great Liberation War. March of 1971 marked the birth of Bangladesh, a historic turning point. Each day of that turbulent month saw the people of Bengal joining the struggle with a renewed aspiration for independence. On 1st March, Pakistan's President General Yahya Khan announced the postponement of the upcoming National Assembly session. In a radio address to the nation, he said more time was needed for political leaders to reach an understanding on drafting the constitution. The announcement declaring the National Assembly session postponed identifiedly triggered widespread protest. Angry demonstrators poured onto the Dhaka streets. Shops across the city shut down, and an ongoing international cricket match at Dhaka Stadium was called off as spectators joined the protest. Dhaka turned into a city of processions. Air services were suspended, and not only private employees but also government officials and staff left their offices to join the demonstrations. Political leaders expressed strong resentment over the decisions to postpone the National Assembly session indefinitely, describing it as one of the darkest days in Pakistan's political history. They alleged that the move was aimed at conspiring to prevent the transfer of power to the people's elected representatives. On the night of 1st March, Pakistan's President and Chief Martial Law Administrator General Yahya Khan imposed special restrictions on newspapers regarding the publication of anti-government news, opinions and photographs. He also announced that anyone violating the order would face a maximum of 10 years of rigorous imprisonment under martial law regulations. At that time, East Pakistan was gripped by intense protest. Political activists and ordinary citizens took to the streets, building a strong mass movement to assert their rightful demands. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman has instructed the preparation of 1 lakh volunteers in Dhaka to respond to post-earthquake situations. Disaster Management and Relief Minister Asadul Habib Dulu shared this information after a meeting with the Prime Minister at the Secretariat this morning. He said the Prime Minister has directed that playgrounds and schools be initially identified as potential shelters. The Disaster Management and Relief Minister added that a preliminary plan will be prepared and another meeting with the Prime Minister will be held on March 11. Social Welfare Affairs Minister Dr. Zahid Hussain has commented that there is no scope for any kind of corruption or favoritism in the Family Card program. He made the remark today while visiting the Family Card data verification activities at the TNT Boys High School field in the Kuril slum area of the capital. The minister said that the data verification process for the Family Card will be completed by March 5 in 5 slum areas under the Dhaka 15 and Dhaka 17 constituencies. Dr. Zahid Hussain said that the activities are being carried out with 100% transparency. At that time, Social Welfare Ministry Secretary Dr. Mohammad Abu Yusuf and Director General of the Department of Social Services Shah Mohammad Mahbub were present. Health Minister Shardar Shakhawat Hussain has urged newly recruited doctors to ensure quality treatment with cordial behavior and a smiling face, alongside efforts to prevent patients from seeking medical treatment abroad. He made the call today at the induction ceremony for newly admitted resident doctors at Bangladesh Medical University. A total of 1,306 new resident doctors from different faculties took part in the program. Bangladesh Medical University Vice Chancellor Dr. Mohammad Shahinul Alam presided over the function. Doctors Association of Bangladesh President Dr. Harun al-Rashid and Secretary General Dr. Mohammad Zahirul Islam Shakil spoke at the event. Election Commissioner Abdul Rahman Al-Masood has said that city corporation elections will be held right after Ramadan. He made the remarks today while attending a program organized by the Reporters Forum for Election and Democracy at the Election Commission Med Center. Highlighting the Election Commission's activities regarding the ongoing by-elections, he said the Commission is waiting for Parliament's decision on whether party symbols will remain in local government polls. Referring to the recently held 30 national parliamentary election and referendum, Abdul Rahman Al-Masood said the polls were conducted in a free and fair manner. He added that the Commission would review any shortcomings in the electoral process. The Election Commissioner also urged journalists to perform their duties impartially and offer constructive criticism of the Commission's activities. And now international news.